gentlemen, and welcome to another fantastic weekend of Formula One racing here on the EGL Extreme Gaming League. I'm Tipsy Bob, and joining me on the mic is my trusty sidekick and my good friend, Dad Bats. Covering all the action today, we're going to be covering everywhere from Monaco, Singapore, Abu Dhabi, and Bahrain, all across the world, all across the country. A full grid lined up some of the best talent around the world. We have plucked them from all corners of the earth to give you some of the greatest racing experience viewing footage you'll ever see in your lifetime. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the EGL. There we go. All the cars are all lining up on the grid. They're all getting ready. The drivers will be focusing on their first corner. Are they going to take it? What are they going to do? Is they going to go deep? Are they going to go? Who knows? Let's break down and away we go! DRS is still active, and if Timo wants to get this moved on, he's gonna need to use this DRS zone because I have a feeling. Oh no, Timo comes under the pressure in the traction zone. I press to mount up another overtake on 23 frame mark. This is Ryan 3 quarter mile.
And Timo are oh, it's the pit. Oh no! Oh my god, this so sorry, control myself. So Timo
I wouldn't be gonna penalty too, so they can start at the back together again. Just like Timo likes it.
how many times?
Hello everyone, welcome to EGL, to SLR Tier 3, starting out the weekend in Austria. Sorry a bit for the delay on the stream, we were having some issues, and I'm joined by Eddie again.
Hello.
Yeah, hello Eddie,
Once again.
yeah, we are here in Austria today, a short track. Usually dry times would be 103s, maybe 102s, 10 corners, a very fast track as well. But
Yep.
it is raining.
It is, and we do not know what's going to happen in the race. If it's going to carry over or not, we'll have to see.
As we have 13 drivers on the grid, sometimes already getting put in. A 112.1 by Blinde, 112.4 by Owen. Currently the only two people in the 112s. Yeah, wait, let me move my mic a bit closer, just so it's loud enough. Yeah,
Also have Sonny on the lap as well. Again, he's already 7.5 tenths up in sector 1, so looking to improve that time as well.
Yeah, I'm really interested into what the weather is going to be like in the rain. In the race. In the rain.
In the rain. Probably
yeah.
raining.
So only 13 drivers, which it could be a blessing in disguise for Austria, since the run to turn 1 is not short, but at the same time it's also not long. Actually, no, it's very short. What am I saying? The run to turn 1 is quite short, and turn 1 is basically a 90-degree turn off camber, and yeah, accidents can happen there really easily, as Sonny's going through it right now. And there's a
Red
long run up.
demonstrating
Yeah.
just that. A little bit too much on the power there, and went a little bit sideways.
Yeah, then the run uphill basically to that small left-hander kink, which is considered turn 2 into turn 3, which I feel like we're going to refer as turn 2 multiple times across today's stream.
Probably.
And then
And as you might have noticed, Sonny was actually about 6.5 tenths down on his time just because of that bad T1 entry exit. So
there's a yellow
there's a
flag
lot of
behind
time
him.
to be gained there.
That's a girl I think who spun.
Yep.
Yeah, out of turn 3, it's really hard to get on traction, even in the dry. So in the wet, it's gonna be that much harder. So basically, Sonny is in sector 3 now, or he just went through sector 2 and sector 3. This is the technical part of the track, and even this, it's not really that hard. It's a really straightforward track. You got 3 DRS zones, which obviously are not being used in qualifying here. But yeah, I've heard some people say, and when I say some people, I mean some idiot. Austria has this thing where it messes up feedback on certain wheels, and the things he said was that Austria basically completely turns your wheel by 90 degrees sometimes on some curbs. So if we see people spinning on curbs, it might just be the feedback doing some strange stuff. I think someone else even said it before in practice.
Yeah, it could be. I don't remember what kind of curbs it was, as Neon Rays takes an interesting line into the pits. But wasn't it a specific wheel as well?
No, it just turns your front wheels to the side 90 degrees, like full lock.
Oh, right.
How are you gonna turn one wheel specifically? Oh, you mean wheel as a... Yeah,
as the control, yeah, as the wheel.
Yeah, I mean, he said it's for the G29. He uses the G29, but he said it's also present on other wheels, so I wouldn't really know that much.
Yeah, I wouldn't really narrow it down to one wheel then in that case, but yeah, we'll see if that happens to anyone. But I haven't felt that issue on this track ever. But
Scav up crosses 115.1, so not really a respective time right now. Those times are definitely gonna go down. I don't know if the rain is gonna pick up or get easier towards the end of the session.
I would assume that it's going to be staying as light rain or rain for the entire quali, since we have people going out on fresh inters.
Yeah.
Which would also indicate that the race might be dry, because why would you use both of your inters?
Maybe they just don't think about it.
Well, I mean, I would be thinking about it, but hey, I don't know.
But that's just you.
That's just me.
So, and in the double left-hander, that's... Wait. So this is turn 7 into turn 8. Yeah. And now back down the straight. This straight always got me on my wheel every time I do it. It's so bumpy, and especially the G29. When you go over that straight, it just go bump 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 every single time. By the way, you know, I've been meaning to ask you this, because how's the CSL Elite, right? Is it quiet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
I really want a quiet wheel.
I mean, it has a fan, so it's kind of loud when you're actually using it because it gets quite warm. But it's quieter than the G29 in the rattling for sure, because it doesn't rattle.
Oh yeah, then it's a fair deal. Let's see where the Williams are gonna end up, as Fusions actually crosses in P2 here. Neon Rays is P8 right now. Both the Williams had really good results last time around, both starting last and second to last and finishing around 11 positions higher from where they started. So they had a really phenomenal race last time around, and I think they're going to be trying to get that repeat again here. Except this time starting better, of course, in a better position.
Yeah, exactly. I think Ocean Chief has run out of fuel. He's done 4 laps on those inters, is now crawling back to the pits really slowly, causing that yellow flag in Sector 3.
Yeah, I think he definitely run out of fuel.
Yeah.
Breezy, the only guy without a lap right now.
Shaka is also out on the track on 4-lap old tires, and as I say that, he's actually in the gravel.
Yeah, I think he moved out of Breezy's way there. He just drove straight. I don't think it's the best way to move out of someone's way, but... Oh, when Breezy invalidates.
If you got it, you gotta. I mean, he's on an outlap, so
Oh yeah,
it doesn't
it
matter
is an
with the
outlap.
validation. Yep. Kebab is for some reason also, well, he's on a lap, but he's letting people through, so I assume he made a mistake in T1. I don't know.
Okay, so
That's
let's see
just an
Breezy here.
assumption.
Braking at 100-meter board in the wet for turn 1, and Fusions is actually off there in turn 1 on the side.
That was interesting.
Turn 1 and turn 3 are really easy to lose it on traction on corner exit.
Yeah, true.
Especially here through turn 3 where Breezy is right now. It's a bit off camber, and you really want to get on the power early because it's quite a long straight with DRS as well. Obviously not open in the wet, but it's important to get a good run. And then downhill braking into turn 4, hitting the apex and then drifting off wide. At this right hanking is considered as turn 5. And then again a fast double left-hander coming up here of turn 6 and turn 7. Turn 6 and going straight down using as much of the track as possible. Hitting the apex again and then going wide, and he's going to go wide on the exit here as well, turn 8. And this bumpy run, yeah, you can really see the bumps on the road as well. Turn 9 really fast in the dry and in the wet as well, and turn 10 to end up the lap here. And he's gonna cross, yeah, he crossed it at 112.3.
Yeah, good enough for P5 for the moment, as Blinde actually improved his lap when Breezy was on his lap, and he is currently on pole with a 111.5.
I think that 111.5 was there for quite a while.
No, he improved it while Breezy was on the lap.
Oh, okay. I felt like he was.
At least.
I think it was a 111.5 for quite a while, because Fusions has been P2 with that lap time for a while as well. So.
Well, he might have just improved by a little bit.
Oh yeah, then yeah.
I just saw the fastest lap pop up, and I was like, oh, he improved. I didn't actually check.
Yeah,
also,
that's
the professional streamers we are, we forgot to post that we're actually broadcasting, so I did that just then.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway.
Where's Kimmy? Kimmy's P10. You know, Kimmy, not that experienced enough one. He's more of an ACC type of guy. Still holding his own here.
Also, rain is, well, if you don't practice rain, it's not that easy to get accustomed to. I mean, a lot easier than in 2019 for sure, but there's some things that you have to do way differently in the rain compared to the dry, naturally, because it's not as grippy.
Yeah, I think
Owen
Gerlo was also there off there in turn 3 on corner exit for a second time. Yeah.
Owen is actually a few hundreds up on his personal best right now, looking to improve that lap time. Also, have you noticed that from P3 down into P11, there's legit a 5/10 gap?
Oh, there is, yeah.
Yeah, so pretty tight if we look at it that way.
From P1 to P7, it's a hot second gap. From P1 to P7, it's a whole second difference. Well,
yeah. I mean, that's why I said from P3, but that was quickly corrected by Owen because he went 111.9. Straight on to another hot lap, trying to improve that time.
Yeah, the tires are definitely going to be getting better here. It's always like this towards the end of the session, the track is getting faster. But he's actually 6/10 down on his time, so it seems like this is going to be an improvement lap. He's also ERS mode 0 and low fuel.
Yep. Okay, I was confused.
I was muted.
Right.
I was muted for when I told you I was muted as well. Now I'm unmuted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sure. Sorry, I called you out like that. Anyway, anything happening on track? People are on laps, but is anyone looking to improve? Owen
Fusions is actually about to start his lap here, so Fusions the first one.
As Born Wolf goes over the line, as I say it, and improves by 2.5 tenths. So he's currently on a 12 flat.
So let's see what Fusions can do here. Starting his lap, spun before in turn 1, so he's gonna try not to make that mistake again here. Braking for turn 1. hitting the inside apex, going wide, just wide enough not to invalidate. And then the long run uphill here. Yeah, I think lap 1 we're going to be seeing quite a few side-by-sides going up here. Into turn 3. Again, one of the probably hardest corners on the track, or I think it is the hardest corner on the track. Easy to brake for, but hard to get out of.
Yeah, it's the off-camber corner where you have to get on the power early to get a good exit for that long straight, but it's just not easy to get right.
Did you by any chance see his sector 1 time?
Oh,
let's see sector 2 now. I guess it's fair enough. And he is 2/10 up.
So he's looking to improve, and that will get him into...
Oh, and he has a moment.
Yeah, I think we just cursed him.
Yeah, that was quite a big moment there.
But since he's on the inters and he's done no laps on them before this, he can just go straight for another one, because, you know,
There's
why
a
wouldn't you?
Mercedes that's the thing. Shaka, who might have had a moment there. Yeah, let's see what Fusions does here again. Round 2, let's go.
Round 2 Electric Boogaloo. Going for that second hot lap in a row. 1200s slower than his personal best right now in Sector 1.
Oh, Neon Rays goes P2. Oh,
and
Fusion
I
loses
cursed
it.
him.
Yeah, that's, I think, Fusion's qualifying over. But Neon Rays, though, improved to P2 right now. And Owen is still in the pit, so I don't think Owen is going to be getting out here for another lap. So Owen is done with hook qualifying. Neon Rays is 200ths down on his time, so not improving through Sector 1. Good on the exit out of turn 3 there. Didn't lose it like his teammate Fusions did just a couple of seconds ago. On Neon Race, I feel bad for him. There were so many good races he had, and I always forgot to interview him. And then ever since, nothing really happened.
Oh.
As Fusions might have actually hampered him there a bit, but he's still up on his time. So he might actually be looking for pole here.
Looking for that pole. Blinda is also on an invalidated lap, now starting another one. Also looking to improve that pole time so he can stay on top.
So let's see,
Yeah,
Neon
race
Race
is
coming
about
across
to
the line here, and
Yep.
he goes on provisional pole by a whole 1/10 of a second, and he has time for another lap, but he's not going for it here. Fusion retires. Let's see what Blinda can do. Blinda 100.
Blinda is, yeah, 100th up in the first sector. Not real how much of time that you can gain there compared from on the entry and exit.
Sonny also went to P4, so good job from him.
Yep.
Neon Race retires. Let's see how Blind is going to be doing here through Sector 2. Owen retires in the pits, and he's a 10th up. As it is now, he still needs to make up a bit of time. There's Kimmy retiring on track. He still needs to make up a bit of time here through Sector 3 to get that provisional pole, but I think it's going to be quite close.
To see pretty clean through Sector 3. It's gonna cross the line, and
It's not pole.
yeah,
It's
improved by only 7.8 hundredths. 78 hundredths, yeah, that's how you say it.
Danny
Not
on
enough
an
for pole.
invalidated lap. Ocean Chief though, still yet to cross the line on a lap of his own. I didn't see any of his sector times, but
He's been 2/10 up in Sector 2, so looking to improve here. If he got Sector 3 right, he's
Let's
gonna
put it on the
cross the
grass there.
line,
doesn't
and
prove. Oh, where is it gonna be?
Didn't-
Where is it gonna be? P10. Improves, but I don't think it improved enough.
Yeah.
Okay, someone in chat's asking if it's a dry race. Then I just want to welcome everyone that is in the chat right now. Welcome again before the race starts after qualifying. So we got Neon Rays and Blinda on the front row. Neon Rays taking his pole here. 400s clear. Fusions with a really good qualifying, unlike last week. Both the Williams drivers at the front. Sonny and Gerla, both the Ferraris. 4 and 5. Breezy, Owen, 6 and 7. Bornwolf and Danny, 8 and 9. And then Ocean Chief in P10.
As I took a swig of my drink, as I was supposed to say something for some reason. We've actually got mentioned in the Tier 3 discussions that there's rain quali and rain in the race at 45 minutes. So in reality, the race is gonna go for 5 minutes and then it starts raining.
Yeah, roughly. I was about to tell you before, like, oh, just go check the chat. You know, Owen usually posts the weather or something like that. But you know,
This time the MVP was Sonny.
Sonny, the real MVP here. I think Owen stopped posting because I never thanked him. As we see the pit lane here. When are people gonna get tired of Austria? It's one of those tracks. It's not a spectacular track, but it's still one of the fan favorite tracks, I feel like.
I think it's just because of the fact that it's so short.
Not only that,
I
it also has I mean, it just has everything you really want. It has
Yeah.
you have straights, you've got some fast corners.
You've
You've
got
got-
some 90-degree corners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything you want from a Tilka track, huh?
Absolutely. Tilkadrome 1.0.
Anyways, yeah. Tilka drone. This is sadly it's not a Tilka track.
Yeah.
Everyone hating on Tilka track. I'm the biggest fan. So,
Anyway.
yeah, I think this should
Oh
be
my
a
Ooh,
pretty
oh,
easy
Indian
soft
race.
medium, right?
Is it?
I think it should be.
I mean, it's a soft medium, but I don't think it's an easy soft medium. I don't know if it's changed from the last game, but in the last game, you had to stretch the mediums quite far. Like, they were pretty worn at the end of the race, but I don't actually know this year around. Has it changed?
Wasn't it a easy soft medium last year game? Or is
No.
my memory just deceiving me?
Your memory is absolutely deceiving you. You could do a soft medium, but you had to stretch the softs a little longer, and then to make sure that your mediums absolutely didn't just die at the end. Soft hard was the stafer? Excuse me? Safer strat. But the hards were just slow, I think.
Yeah, as we see, the grid kind of mixed up. The front row is on softs, second row is on mediums, third row is soft medium, fourth row is soft, and fifth row is soft medium again. So
Yep.
it's a real mix of strategy, and even Kimi and Shaka outside the top 10 starting on those softs.
Well, I mean, we have 13 drivers today, so there's a really good chance to get points, even though you wouldn't have your best race because, well, someone's bound to make a mistake and be off, and most likely DNF. And, well, yeah, that's just an easy position.
Okay, so I fixed my hair. I'm fully ready now to start this race off as they're lining up on the grid here. Drink my water. And as it's about to start here, we have 5 red lights going on in Austria. 2 SLR Tier 3 lights go off quite fast. Not for us, at least for us, not for the drivers. And here we go off the grid. I think Neon Ray's got a good start. Shaka in the back also a really good start. And then Gurla, I think it was, getting a really bad start. Owen going past really fast already in P3 out of turn 1. And then Sonny fighting back side by side with Owen. No, Owen stays in front in the back. Shaka got a good start. Falls behind. Fusion's breezy. Fusion's actually dropping off quite a lot. Breezy on the inside into turn 3. I think he's going to get the job done there. And actually there's Danny, who is having contact with Fusions.
It looked like he was actually lagging quite a bit. Sonny and Danny are now side by side, at least I think. I don't know what's going on with Sonny's, actually Danny's car, but hopefully those issues will get resolved pretty quickly.
Shaka stayed behind on the start, P13. I felt like it was a good start from him, but it seemed like Owen got a really good start off the line.
Something happened at the start there, because I was seeing Shaka actually cut the first corner, having to slow down tremendously.
Born Wolf, don't remember where he qualified, but I don't think it was that low, so Born Wolf dropping as well. Neon Ray's in the lead
Wolf
after
has
lap 1.
dropped one position.
Oh, my bad then.
The biggest loser on lap 1 has been Fusions and Sonny. Actually, no, Fusions and Gurla.
Gurla actually...
Gurla is looking to make a move.
On the outside, on those soft tires, I think he's going to be faster, especially in the corner exit here. Fusions has the inside though. That's a bit of a Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc moment there. And Bornhoff actually fighting Gurla now, so Gurla trying to go for a move, gets
Bornhoff
compromised.
on the back of Fusions.
And Bornwolf sending
They're
one down
side
the
by
inside.
side into turn 4.
Still
Still
side by
going
side,
side
and
by
Bornwolf actually with the traction on the softs gets the job done. So that was a really nice from Bornwolf there.
And at the front, Blinde actually made a move on Neon Rays, or the other way around. I don't know who
No,
was
Neon
first.
Rays was in the lead, so Blinda made a move for the lead here. So
Oh,
really good job from
I
him.
think. Yep. Blinde is actually completely out of ERS.
Ooh.
Actually, no, not completely out of ERS, but out of deployment. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Would have been a bit worrying if he was completely out of ERS on lap 3. Because the DRS gets enabled this lap, so this means the DRS train is going to start here, and Breezy's already 2.3 seconds off of Owen, so it's really showing you how fast the softs are.
Yeah, and also I don't think. I mean, in that case, I think Breezy should have just gone for the mediums. Softs.
Gorilla going on a
just
move
stay
on
with-
Fusions on the inside, a really late move, and Bornwolf parking it on the apex. I think he might have had contact with Sonny, or Sonny just lost it, so Bornwolf goes up one place, and Gorilla now moving on to Fusions here, and Kimmy in the back moving onto this as well.
Danny and Breezy fighting
Fusions
for
and
the
Gorilla close as
position.
well. Oh, and Kimmy
And
taps
fourth
the
and
back of
fifth.
Fusions.
They're still going side by side, at least on my screen. I don't know if that's actually happening. Danny and Breezy still fighting for that position. Danny is actually on one, well, he's lagging everywhere, so I can't really actually know if he's making moves or not, but I assume he's racing pretty closely.
I think he's lagging a bit on my screen as well. Sonny picks
Sonny
up
gets
3
a
seconds. Yeah, this is one thing to point
Pop the
out.
cherry for that.
Kimmy gets past Fusions here. Fusions actually, I think, lost it in the last turn. Yeah, he's losing quite a few positions here. And Kebab is attacking him into turn 1. Kimmy picks up a penalty as well. As I was about to say, Austria is one of those tracks where penalties are going to play a big role in the end. Really easy to pick the penalties up as Shaka gets past Kebab here. Into turn 3, Kebab fighting back on the inside, Shaka on the outside. The traction on those softs is just much better. Goes a bit wide there, maybe picks up a warning, but gets the position. Danny and Breezy side by side again.
Yeah, I don't really know how legit that is, because Danny is actually lagging all over the place. Sometimes he's 3/10 behind, and sometimes he's just absolutely in front of Breezy.
Or is it Breezy the one lagging here?
Nope, it's Danny. His car is like twitching and teleporting on my screen, so there must be something wrong with the connection between something here. I don't know what. Anyway, Breezy has dropped down almost 5 seconds from the top 3, and the top 3 are in the train of their own.
I think that is because of the fighting he's doing with with Danny, which is causing him quite a lot of time.
Yeah, plus he
Bornwolf loses it in turn 1, goes wide, and loses quite a few positions here. He's gonna drop out of the points actually.
Linda and Neon are fighting for position once again. Oh, Neon Race gets it wrong out of T3. I can't speak. And Owen just says thank you very much and goes through. But Neon Race is gonna make a move back on him. He's on the inside. Oh, outbreaks himself and taps himself. Taps Owen in the side, and they get out unscathed. But they now lost some time to Blinde, and they're gonna have
The
to
back
try
Fusions
to
and Ocean Chief going side by side as well. Both medium runners here for turn
Blinde.
7 here.
Blinde gets a 3-second time penalty.
And Fusions on the outside of Ocean Chief.
Breezy.
That's a nice move, I think. Seems like Ocean Chief might have lifted a bit.
Yeah.
Didn't want to go side by side. No, Eddie. Our story is actually like really nice, you know. Me and you used to not know each other. Then we met. Bornwolf is actually pitting here on lap 6.
Must
Okay.
be pitting for damage, I would assume.
Let's see if he's getting a wing change. He is. He is getting a wing change.
Yep. You were saying our story?
You know, we started league racing together. Now we're commentating together. Yeah, that's about
Wow,
it.
it's like we're friends.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it.
Fusions is fighting back here for a position now. I don't know when the soft tires are dying out and when the mediums are coming back to life. Oh, I was confusing Austria with Brazil because both tracks have 36 laps.
Oh, right.
But Brazil is a very easy soft to medium. On Brazil, you can take the softs for 16 laps, or at least you could last year's game.
Yep. Neon Race is fighting desperately to keep in within the DRS range to Blinde. Still has DRS on this lap, but
So Neon Race got
Also
past
actually-
Owen here that we missed as well.
Actually, Blinda is pretty much derating at this point. He only has like 5% of ERS as Owen picks up the 3-second time penalty.
But
He's
Blinda
having
did
to
break
push
DRS
a
range
lot.
though. Or
No,
no,
he
he
didn't.
He didn't. My bad.
He didn't. No.
Okay, so Chris in chat, thank you for the info. The softs at lap 14 are like 70%. See, it doesn't seem like it's a hard soft to medium. Hello?
Excuse me, but I was basing my information
Fusion's
on
in Kimi?
2019 Fusion. Gimme.
How's
Fusion is stationary.
No, he's not.
Was for a bit. Kimi's making a move back on him.
Yeah, Fusions doesn't
On
have
the
DRS
inside.
here.
Oh,
And on the outside, Kimi.
neither does Kimi though. That's weird.
Huh.
Something happened there.
I think he had it for me.
I didn't see him have it.
One of them had to have it. Unless they both crossed the detection zone side by side.
Yeah, true. Kimi gets another 3-second time penalty. I can't speak.
Owen is actually dropping off of Neon Rays here. 1 second off. Oh, and just in range of DRS.
Does not get DRS though. He was outside on the detection zone.
He does break a bit late. No, he's still dropping off. So Owen started dropping off of Neon Rays here.
Gerla and Danny swapping positions before T3, so Gerla makes a move on Danny before that turn. Both of them have DRS, so Gerla is going to stay in front. He also is boosting a little bit to stay a little bit further ahead. Also with those softs having a little bit better traction. Well, I don't think they might have better traction on, well, lap 7, but yeah.
Breezy picks up a 3-second time penalty. Is that his second one or his first one? I don't really remember.
That is the second one. I did also hear that track limits in this game, since they are
Stricter.
well, stricter than 2019. They're really strict on this track.
Yeah.
And you can easily pick up penalties going wide in T1, even though you know,
You don't really go wide.
no. Neon Ray is now really close to Blinda for first position.
And Owen
Blinda
is back
actually
in DRS
goes,
as well.
Yeah.
But Owen really low on ERS. As Gerla
Gerla
goes
is
past
making a
Breezy.
move. Yep. Fought for the position a little bit. Breezy's going to have DRS for the straight, but did not get the traction zone right. And Danny now is going to contest for that position, go side by side with him into T4. Outbreaks himself a little bit, but Breezy gives him some space on the inside, and they get through the corner without making contact.
They had a bit of a contact there, I think, when Danny outbroke himself. Maybe a slight tap onto Breezy, similar to what we saw from Neon Rays and Owen before.
Right.
The exact same corner. So, yeah.
Breezy's actually having some issues with his rear there, almost have spun the car. Trying to push and stay with Danny and Gerla.
So P4 is already 8 seconds off of the leading 3. We're really close to each
Yeah.
other.
Gerla's had to have to fight other people. Kimi and Ocean Chief. Oh, never mind. Kimi is pulling into the pits, so that's why they're changing positions. Gerla's had to fight other people to make track position changes and overtakes, so he's lost time to that. And plus, the top 3 have been pulling themselves in a DRS train for the past 9 laps. So
Yeah. I have
They're
a feeling
really
Kimi here is trying to undercut the field, so he doesn't have to fight. He's going to come out on fresh mediums, and he's going to try to push to the rain. If the
Yeah.
track is going to get wet enough for the rain.
fresh softs.
Oh, he went onto softs? So
Yep.
does that mean the rain is coming back sooner than expected?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, it is Codemasters after all.
I'm surprised it hasn't started raining already. But oh, Neon Rays spun.
Oh, and picks up damage as well.
Spun out of the last corner, got in on the power too early to stay within Blinda's DRS range, and it went out bad for him.
So that basically puts him out of the contention for the win here, if the race keeps going like this without a safety car now.
Yeah, I think with this amount of people driving, someone's going to have to make a huge mistake for the safety car to actually come out, and as Ocean Chief picks up a 3-second time penalty. Also, if you can change Change? What? If you can keep yourself with no penalties, you're pretty golden on this track because it's so short. Breezy's trying to make a move from Danny.
Nath,
Have a look
I
on
don't appreciate you making fun of me and my driving style. Just because my driving style is a bit more spinning prone, that doesn't mean you can make fun of me.
Who are you talking to?
Nath in chat.
Oh. You didn't specify. I was so confused.
Oh, I don't. Look, okay, I don't need to explain myself to you. So Neon Rays is spitting now, yeah, expected to fix the damage. He lost 6 seconds, 6.5 actually to the leading front there, so yeah, losing quite a lot. So does Blinde have a penalty?
He has at least one. Let me actually check that. Blinde has a penalty and 2 warnings.
What about Owen?
Owen has a penalty
And no warnings?
and 1 warning.
Yeah, so this will go down to penalties at the end. But Blinde is
Pretty
actually 1.3 off of Owen, so he's pulling away slowly. Owen's
Currently,
Breeze.
currently anyone without penalties is well, Gerla only has 1 warning. Danny doesn't have any warnings either. Yeah, it's gonna come down to having those time penalties. Breezy gets up another one, so that's 9 seconds for him already.
Fusions picks up a 3-second time penalty of his own.
It seems like we're gonna be seeing many of those.
Yeah, and I think Breezy went like a bit wider in turn 1 again, so that was probably another warning. And he's actually might be attacking Danny here now.
On the back of Danny, yeah. I think those softs going into lap 13 are probably starting to feel quite horrible. Sky is getting darker, so it's definitely going to start raining pretty soon. But how soon is going to be up in the air for Codemasters.
So Neon Race came out in P11 as Blinde actually picks up another 3-second time penalty. There's someone spinning, and that's Fusions, I think, who is around in turn 3, 4.
Yep.
So the Williams, last week they were going upwards. This week I think they are dropping downwards, sadly. Both the Williams having not the race they were hoping for, I think.
Yeah.
As Gerla's actually
definitely
pitting. No, that wasn't Gerla, my bad. That's Owen who's pitting here. So Owen going on
Breezy's
to
all over the
mediums.
back of Danny in T1. They're actually close enough for him to actually contest that position. He's going to pull out alongside of him into T3 as they go. Who's going to break later? They're side by side, but Breezy's going to have his nose in before Danny, but Danny's going to fight back. They're still side by side. Breezy does have that DRS though for that straight, and
Sonny does as well. But I don't think he's
breezing
gonna be
past, but Sonny's not going to make a lunge.
Oh,
Actually, he
goes a bit
does.
deep
He
there.
breaks himself and goes a little bit deep. Avoids hitting in the back of Danny, sorry. Owen and Ocean Chief actually swapping positions into T4s as well.
Yeah, so
Owen on
Owen
those
pitting
first-
onto mediums.
Yes.
Which, if the rain is coming soon, right? Are the mediums the tire you want to go on? Because it's getting quite cloudy. I mean, I don't know exactly when it's going to start raining, but it's Codemasters, so...
And it's actually getting really, really, really dark, so I would assume that the rain is going to come down, but also it could just get really dark and it not
Yeah,
rain.
Blinde pit for another set of softs here.
Okay, so he's banking on the fact that the rain is going to come soon.
And let's see if he gets in front of Owen. He does. He gets out in front of Owen. Owen, though, is going to have the run on him. Actually, no, he's not even that close. Almost a whole second off, so he gained maybe 3 to 4 tenths due to that pit stop. Not even that. And Blinde's going to be pulling away here with those softs.
Yeah, definitely.
I personally would go on to softs here as well. I don't know what Jeff is saying, but looking at the sky, I'm no weatherman, but it seems to be getting quite dark.
Weatherman, but those clouds do tell you something, yeah.
Yeah, but like, let's say hypothetically, if I was outside right now and I would see getting this cloudy, I would say, you know, I think it's time to go back home. You know, it seems like it's gonna be raining.
Yeah. Or bring your umbrella if you want to be outside. Oh, Gerla pretty much stopped on the apex there to pull into the pits. Don't know what happened there. But, yeah. We'll see. I think for the time being, if there's life left in those mediums,
They
for
could
Breezy
try to
and
extend
Sunny,
it for the rain, yeah.
they could extend it for the rain and be in a very good position for when the rain actually comes down. But we'll see when it actually happens.
As Sonny's actually going for a move onto Breezy here, I think Breezy got a really bad exit, and
Gerla also
Never mind.
pit for another set of softs and came out of
Fusions
the
did
pits
as well.
right behind Danny. Yeah, Fusion's also on another fresh set of softs. Actually sets the fastest lap with a 105.9.
so Danny doesn't have DRS here, so I think Gerla is going to be trying to go for a move. And on the outside of turn 4, a really brave move. Trying to pull an Alex Albon, and ooh, a bit of contact there. And still
Just
almost side by side.
friendly bump to Danny's side pod, but
I was
nothing.
scared that it's going to be an Albon moment right there.
It sure looked like one, but physics and Codemasters F1 2020 did not disappoint.
Maybe
It was
Lewis
okay.
Hamilton should watch a bit of VGL this week to learn how to drive Austria.
I mean, they've already done their Austria races, so
And they've
for
done
next
too,
year,
you know.
maybe? Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Gerla on the back of Danny here into turn 1.
Both boosting a little bit. Danny trying to defend a position. Is Gerla going to get 2 positions into that corner? No, he has to slam on the brakes, and now Danny's really wide into T1. He's going to lose the position to Neon Race, who says, hello, I'm also here. Gerla bullying up alongside of
Yeah.
Kebab. I don't know how to speak. They're 3 wide into T3. That's
they're
not
still
great.
going
Kebab is
wide. Danny goes past Kebab as
biggest
well.
loser in his. He just lost 3 positions.
And Danny's on the back of Neon Rays now as well. And oh, that was really erratic. And Danny trying to go on the outside. Neon Rays defending the inside. Neon Rays keeps the position. As Blinde is 2/10 off of Sonny here. Already 4 seconds clear of Owen.
Yeah, those softs are definitely the fastest tire on this track, and Linda has to make a move on Breezy and Sonny to get that gap and start pulling away before the rain comes, so he gets that pit stop advantage. Really
And I
low on
think,
overtake.
This is gonna be the
Right
move.
here.
No, Sonny is actually boosting
They're-
himself. And
They're
Sonny might be
to
going
go
good.
3 wide. Hopefully not. Well, yes they are. Linda is going to make a move on Sonny here, pushing him off track. That was a little bit Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc.
And he's
Oh,
actually
there.
going on a move for Breezy here. On the outside. Switch back on the inside. And
That was
Breezy's
quite a
fighting
late
back.
move during the braking zone, so he was kind of undecisive on that one and actually compromised his own exit for that corner.
if he would have
Um,
made that one work, that would have been a really nice move.
Yeah, I mean sure, but it was also really late.
Yeah, it was late, but you know, it is what it is. This is racing after all. And as long as you don't make contact, oh, Breezy has a small moment there, and I think it's compromising him for the start finish straight here. And with DRS, Linda is not looking for a move yet into turn 1. As Breezy picks up a 3-second time penalty.
I think
Is he
I think
decent?
Belinda is pretty much Belinda is just pushing him through the corners, being
Bump
like,
drafting.
"Hello, please go." Yeah, bump drafting in the wrong game.
Gerla and Shaq also is switching positions. Did someone pit? No, it was on the straight. Gerla goes a bit wide there. So Gerla and Blinda, they're currently the 2 or 3 first soft runners on track. And Shaq already 18 laps on those softs. So I actually wouldn't be surprised if we see a puncture here. He's
Looking
really
at it.
banking for that rain, which
On board his car, that front left tire does not look good.
no, it looks completely terrible. As Blinda picks up another 3-second time penalty, so that's 9 on his account right now. And he actually lost quite some time to Owen here as well. As I see drops of rain. I see rain.
You do?
I do. There is rain.
Sonny's gonna make a move on Breezy. Into T1, pretty easy. I saw another position change down in the order. Breezy's gonna make a move back on him. So they're pretty much just swapping positions right now. Oh no, but Sonny breaks way later into T3 and is actually ahead again. But that's gonna compromise him for that straight because Breezy's going to have DRS. He doesn't activate it though. Which he has DRS available, but he just didn't use it.
Is it disabled by any chance?
It
No,
is
it's not. It's not. It's not.
Danny
Yeah.
and Shaka swap positions to T3. Kimi and Kebab also swapping positions to T3. And now going to swap positions again into T4. Kebab with overspeed with that DRS combo is going to make that move on Kimi again. But they're still side by side. Kimi is ahead.
Neon race 3-second time penalty. So Shaka has to stay out on those softs now because pitting now and not going on to inters is just... I think he might actually be going into the pits here for inters. Yeah, Shaka is going into pits for inters.
Huh.
He has to
Oh.
gamble. Those softs are 19
Kimi
laps
as
on.
well. Kimi just decided that flip this. I'm going to go into the pits. Shaka went on hards.
Uh-oh. And Kimi went on inters. Yeah, I don't think Shaka set his strategy to inters.
I think he possibly didn't remember to change the tires.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's not great. Owen made a move on Sonny, and now I'm sitting currently in P2. But if this plays out right, the people that have gone 20 laps on those mediums are in a really good position.
Yeah, but the mediums are gonna be really bad, especially the 20 lap old mediums are gonna be bad as Owen is going into the pits, Blinda going into the pits. So Blinda really built up a 6-second gap onto Owen here, and he gets the pit just perfectly. That was a really nice entrance from him. Pitting, Breezy picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, so a lot of people jumping into the pits here. Gurla actually staying out for one more lap on those softs, so he's trying to... DRS disabled, so I don't think Gurla staying out here is not the right call. Sonny's also staying out, as there's a yellow flag in sector 3, and that's Kebab, who is spun around in out of turn 8. Staying in 6th gear. So yeah, Blinda, those intermediates are definitely faster here. The mediums are struggling quite a lot. Yeah, look at
Yeah,
Sonny. He can't even keep it on track anymore. So staying out that one extra lap.
We're already seeing some spray coming off of the interest, so track got wet real quick.
Yeah, Shaka on hards, hitting again now.
That was unfortunately
And
the
picks-
extremely wrong decision. Nope,
Doesn't pick
just
up
moved
penalty.
in time.
That was a good entrance for him as well, especially in hards. in the
Linda
wet.
is closing in on Sonny very, very rapidly. He's actually just gained a second in that one corner. Sonny is definitely struggling with those old mediums. And with these track conditions, there was pretty much no crossover whatsoever. Fusions is around. He's gone around. He's stationary in the middle of the track in Sector 2.
So staying out on the softs, not the right call here.
Yeah, I think most of the people here were thinking that, okay, well, the rain is starting to come down. It's going to be in a crossover, but the crossover just never happened. The crossover happened for like half a lap, and then suddenly it was wet enough for winters.
Sonny actually gaining a lot here from staying out on the medium so long.
Yeah.
Getting out in P4, maybe pitting a lap late actually cost him so much time to Breezy, 12 seconds.
Just staying out on those mediums for one extra lap was not the right call. Fusion's actually most likely the biggest loser in all this because he's going to stay in the pits for a little bit because he's changing his wing, so that will be allowing Kebab to almost catch up to him.
So we've got 13 laps
So,
of the race here, so that's around, I'd say 13 minutes or so. 14, 15 maybe at tops.
Pretty much.
And yeah, we've got Owen, who has, I think, only 3 seconds of penalties, and Blinda, who has 9. Oh, nice voice track there. I think Blinda has 9 seconds of penalties, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, both Blinda and Breezy have at least 9 Well, Breezy now also has that speeding penalty, so he's definitely not in P3.
Keep in mind, Sonny might have penalties as well, so that
didn't
P3
check.
is still all up for grabs.
Sonny has 1 3-second.
What about Owen and Blinda? That's I think the important one here.
Owen had, I think, I said it. I just said it, but I already forgot.
No, you said Breezy. No.
No.
You did?
I said Blinda has 9, Owen has 1, and Breezy has like 12 plus 5.
Oh, Kimmy picks up 1.
That's his 9.
So Blinda 9, Owen 1. That would make it so.
Sonny also 1.
So that would make it so
Danny-
Blinda is
Danny currently has nothing.
Yeah, and Blinda is currently in that sense, Blinda is currently 6 tenths in front of Owen. Or 5. You know, it's fluctuating, but he
Yeah,
needs the gap
well,
to not drop below
essentially-
6 seconds.
Yeah, essentially you just, take away the 6 from in front, that's pretty much the actual gap. To P1. But Breezy currently, he has so many penalties that he hasn't even cleared Sonny. So Sonny is in P3 for the time being.
Actually, it
pretty
looks
sure.
like Breezy might be gaining onto Owen here. As Blinda's getting past the lap car of Shaka, so Shaka getting lapped here.
But
So,
if Danny has pace for this interstint, he could get into P3. Could, possibly, because he doesn't have any penalties, but he does have a 16-second gap to Breezy.
and Breezy has been prone to
17.
penalties this race, so
Yes.
who's to say that he might not pick up another one?
We'll see.
So yeah, this train
Still
really
open.
split up the field right now. From the DRS train we had before to basically everyone's driving their own race.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what happens when the conditions change and DRS is disabled. There's no more trains forming because of that DRS, and Belinda picks up another time penalty. So that means that the gap between him and Owen is gone. He's going to have to push to get to... How many seconds? 9?
9, yeah, he needs 9 seconds.
Yeah.
See how Owen is doing here. Owen low on ERS. Blinda though is even lower.
They're using a lot of...
Breezy
No,
though is
Blinda
catching up to Owen. So if Breezy catches up to Owen and tries to fight him for position, this might play into Blinda's hands.
Well, it definitely will, because fighting cars on track is going to cost you a lot of time, and doesn't have to be too much time that Owen loses to Blinda, and Blinda has that in the bag. Still, a lot of things can happen.
Yeah, 10 laps to go here. So Owen really can't pick up a penalty. If he picks up a penalty right now, he's actually going to be almost 1.4 seconds net behind of Blinda. So
Yep.
let's see Breezy here, pushing behind Owen with the slipstream now as well. So closing in, and his ERS is a lot higher than what Owen has right now.
Definitely gonna fight for position on track, but that's not Breezy's position to get, because at this point he should have already cleared the car in front and trying to be driving off into the sunset with the amount of penalties that he has, but that's not the case.
I think he's still gonna try to get the position and still try to get as many seconds as he can, and try to salvage what he can of
Yeah.
the points behind.
Definitely currently looking like the fact that he would drop down into P5 with those penalties. Danny also losing a little bit of time to Sonny. Sonny staying put, so on the same pace with Breezy and Owen there. The only person that it's a little bit running away with it is actually Blinda, already making a 7/10 gap from that 7 seconds.
So he needs 1.3 seconds more in 10 laps. Or 8 laps. When did we do 2 laps?
I don't know. The track is so short. The laps just go by.
And I think that's Kebab and Shaka who are fighting in front for position as well. And Shaka's going to move on to Kebab on the inside. Alright, when I say in front, I mean in the back. Because they are in front of Breezy and Owen, but they're also a whole lap down on them.
This could actually be beneficial to Breezy here if he wants that track position in Owen, because those cars are gonna have to get out of the way. And
I mean, they are ghosted, so...
oh, right, true. That's yep. Didn't think of that.
But dirty air is still a thing, so...
That's true. Dirty air in this game is not fun.
Yeah, so Kebab slowed down there. I don't know if on purpose or by accident, but... Breezy 7 tenths behind. Blinda 7.9, so he needs 1.1 second. Or Owen needs to pick up a penalty. One of those two.
Yep. Sorry.
I know the race is boring, but is it that boring?
No, I'm tired. Sorry.
Well, I'm sick, so you know there's 2 of us.
Okay.
Neon Race picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Yes, he does.
And Blinda's 8.3 almost in front. 8.26, well. I just
Yeah,
rounded
did he
up.
just gain 3 tenths in one corner?
Breezy's 4 tenths
4
behind
tenths?
Owen. Ocean Chief 3-second time penalty. So maybe the pressure of Breezy behind is getting to Owen here.
Yeah, I think Owen just made a mistake
I think he did.
and is actually not even gaining time on Blinda here, so the gap is starting to get there for that penalty. That's gonna be going down to the wire.
Yeah, Breezy actually has quite a lot of
6
ERS
laps.
here.
Yeah, 6
Also-
laps left to go.
Breezy's gap to Sonny is 15 seconds now.
I think Breezy is trying to push because he knows how many penalties he has. And he's just trying to push to make sure that he's away from Sonny. But he just doesn't have enough pace to get past Owen. They're both really, really low on ERS as well.
Owen goes a bit
So
deep
is
there.
Blinde. Owen just lost the gap. Oh, never mind. He did lose the gap to Blinde for a split second. Now only 2 tenths. Well, a tenth and some between the penalty gap and Blinde. Breezy is staying about 7 tenths behind, but they're gaining time with the car behind all the time. The rest of the grid is pretty much staying put, and everyone's racing their own races for the time being. The both McLarens pretty close to each other.
This
But
is
that's
gonna get
pretty
really
much-
close towards the end. Breezy actually dropped off a bit of Owen here, maybe relieving a bit of pressure.
Kimmy just got it wrong from T3 and almost had it in the wall, but saved it before that, but allowed his teammate to go flying past.
Breezy picks up another
I
penalty.
think that just breaks the camel's back, so to say, for Breezy. 'Cause that would make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 second. That's 5 penalties plus a 5-second time penalty.
Linda 9 seconds in front now. By the way, hello Dragon in chat.
So Breezy currently has 18 seconds of penalties
18.
by my calculation, or 20. Yeah, he has 20 seconds of penalties. Because he has that 5 second from the speeding, plus he has 5 3-second penalties.
Owen is
That's
9.3
15.
behind. Owen is not there anymore.
Nope. Looking like to be a PT? Excuse me. A P2 for Owen for the time being. The rain is really hard right now. So is it transitioning over to heavy rain?
Wow, it is.
Yeah. As the cars are actually struggling a little bit on those inters, getting on the power, so things could happen in these dying laps, but only 4 laps to go
Let's see how
in
Blinda's
this
doing with it.
race. But yeah, I think the gap between Sonny and Breezy is not going anywhere from here, and Breezy would have to try to make up a 5-second gap. Shaka is actually pitting over to the wets, as Kebab is close behind him, but he's pitting to another set. Nope, he's also pitting to another set, to a set
Yellow
of
flag in
wets.
sector 3. That's I think Fusions who is around. No, that's Neon Rays. Neon Rays
Oh,
lost
no.
it in turn 1 or turn 10. My bad.
Gives that position to Ocean Chief. Born Wolf pretty close behind.
What is he doing?
Retiring, it seems.
Oh yes, he did retire on track. So that's
Is
gonna
that
be some
going to-
penalty points.
Bring out anything?
No, it won't.
No?
If you retire on track, it doesn't bring out anything if you do it
Okay.
from the menu, but
Okay.
it's still against the rules.
Okay.
Linda
I
is
see.
staying out here.
Linda is staying out. I think the Inter runners at the front are going to try to ride this out. Tires probably don't feel too great because they've already got 10 laps of wear on them, plus the weather is transitioning to being from slippery to actually really, really wet.
Looking at the gap from Shaka to Fusions on those wets is doesn't seem to be going up that much.
No. Also, Shaka is 1 minute 15 behind, so... Can't
Oh,
really
never
tell.
mind actually. Oh, that was the gap to Neon Rays, I think.
Oh, yeah, true. Owen is now 10.3 seconds behind Blinde, so barring another penalty from Blinde, I think that's it.
Yeah,
Is,
also
I don't
Owen
think-
is in a penalty zone probably himself, so.
Yeah.
As Kimmy spitting and Gerla spitting.
Are they all pitting for the wets?
I think they are.
It's going to go to that position back to Fusions. Fusions is going to stay on those inters.
Yellow flag in sector 2. That's
I don't think that's anything. That's just people going really slow in the traction zone.
you know, on Linda staying out, Breeze is staying out as well. So staying out.
Gerla just pit for the wets. Even if the conditions on the track get really, really tricky, well, it's completely flooded. I don't think I would pit into the wets. I mean, of course, if you're down in the grid and already barely getting a point in this 12-man grid, well, 13 before Neon Rays actually retired.
Oh, and it goes really deep there.
I don't really know. Is Breezy gonna make a move? No. Too far back.
So even if Linda has another penalty now, he's still gonna be in range. Owen is not gonna be in range. There's a yellow flag. That's Fusions who is around. And
Yep,
Fusions
and he retires. So what we had from the Williams the last week, complete opposite for them this week, unfortunately.
Yeah,
With
Owen
a
is
double
struggling
DNF
a
for the
lot
team.
on those wets.
Blinde almost goes at the back of Blinde's, what am I saying? Blinde almost goes in the back of Fusion's car that was retiring on track. Gerla gets a 3-second time penalty.
So Owen struggling a lot here on these wets compared to Blinda.
Enters.
Enters, yeah, my bad.
Yep. Breezy not having too much trouble. Being brave and using overtake. That's something that I'm afraid of doing.
What is
Bornwolf
Breezy?
makes a move on Ocean Chief.
Is Breezy just gonna breeze past here?
Haha. I don't think he is, unless he decides to break way later for T3.
Which
They're
is
going to fight for that position. He's on the outside, on his back wheels. Is he going to try to make a switchback? Yes, he is, but there's absolutely no traction there. That's not the dry line.
look at the
well,
gap
there-
between Owen and Blinda here. It's just increasing every lap, almost a whole second.
There isn't
from
a
last
dry
lap.
line. Yeah, it's not going to get any easier for Owen since he's fighting the position with Breezy and have to defend every lap. But there's effectively 3 fights going on. Sonny, Danny, Bornwolf and Ocean Chief, and Breezy and Owen. But we will see pretty soon what the penalties will do at the end of the race.
Breezy
I can't stay on
50%
board with
errors.
Breezy. He has
The rain really picked up.
yeah, it does. Gives me good information from my race that I'm going to have here. If it rains, it's going to actually pour, and you should pit really early.
If it
Last
rains,
lap
it
of the
pours.
race. Did you say if it rains, it pours?
Yeah, I'm just quoting it. Breezy goes wide in turn 1 again.
Oof.
As the gap from Owen to Blinda is 14 seconds. So even if Blinda
Yeah, so
picks up
there's
two
a penalty
penalties,
gap and then some.
yeah, so even if Blinda picks up another penalty, he might get the gap to Owen here by the end.
Yep. Yep.
And
I mean, he does.
At the rate
If
this is
Linda
going,
picks up another penalty, that's 12 seconds.
no, he
So
already has 12 seconds. No,
Oh, he does?
yeah, he does.
Oh.
But Owen has 3.
Oh, right. Yeah, true.
So there's currently a ninth. I don't know.
I think we're gonna see Breezy drop down to P5 because Danny's so close to Sonny. That's less than 20 seconds. As Blinda is gone through the last corner, he's going to cross the line as the winner of this race for the time being, because I don't think Owen's gonna have that gap with the penalties.
Danny's really close to Sonny here as well towards the end, but he has the penalty advantage.
Yep.
Yeah, let's see. Owen's gonna cross P2, and he's gonna stay P2. 5.3 seconds
Yep.
behind.
Breezy has an unserved penalty, 18 seconds now behind Owen, even though he finished the race like a couple of tenths behind.
Let's see where
Sonny through
Sonny's
the
gonna
final
come here.
corner. Danny really close behind, pushing all that he has
Sonny
in that
goes
car.
P3 and Danny goes P3, so Danny gets a podium here.
Oh, okay. Actually, had a 2.6 gap to Sonny, so Sonny
Timmy
also
is
had a lot of
closing
penalty.
up to Ocean Chief here on the last few corners on those wets.
Oh, he's really close. He's gonna make a lunge. He's actually gonna push Ocean Chief through the final corner.
And
A
those
little bit of
wets-
brute force there, and actually goes past
Yeah.
him and finishes
Behind
in
him.
front on track, but has so many penalties that he's gonna finish behind.
Well, it was a nice move, nonetheless. And girl at the last
Well,
one to
I
cross the
mean,
finish
he
line.
just pushed him through the corner to make it happen.
You know, what's that thing they do in NASCAR? Is it, you know, whatever.
You mean bump drafting?
No. Danny gets driver of the day here. Who would you get driver of the day to?
Oh, I haven't thought about that at all. Who would you? I'll throw the ball in your court.
I'll pass it back.
No, please don't.
I'm noticing a trend lately where I give the driver of the day to the winner, and I would give it to the winner again today.
Well,
I mean,
that's boring.
it is boring, but in those wet conditions, he was just pulling away.
Pulled out the gap. Had the lead of the race pretty much the entire race.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
constantly had the gap. His call for the softs was the right one as well.
Yeah. Although, if you want to go a little bit off the book, I'd pretty much say just driver of the or team of the day, Haas.
Yeah,
Both
both
going
of them
from
getting.
P7, P9 from the grid up to podium positions.
So,
Both with stellar drives.
what do we do here? Driver of the day to Blinda and team of the day to Haas?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Let's go for that.
Let's go for that.
The
then.
loser of the day is Williams, starting in P1, P3, and both DNFing from the race.
Yeah. Well,
Oof.
Fusion's actually completed enough of the race, so he's
He will
not
get classified.
Yeah.
He will get classified, but still. Oof.
Okay, so let me switch over to Twitch.
Yes, sir.
Alt F4 the game and not open it till Sunday.
As you do.
As you do. Okay. Let me see who's coming in for interviews here. Danny and Owen. So I'm just gonna
Is
move.
general chat 4?
Yeah,
Just like the interview
I'm-
waiting room?
I'm gonna move in Owen. Owen, do you want an interview or not?
Sure, on again.
Okay. You know.
Give it-
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay,
Go
so-
on, go on.
Give us your race rundown from the start to the end.
Quality was interesting. I generally thought people were running wet setups because I couldn't find any more time out of what I had. But me and Danny were going for the long game. We're just gonna from the back to see the best we could do in race, which kind of worked out. The dude in first, I can't remember what his name is. He just drove an amazing race. Like, he is next level. He is very good. But all me and Danny went out today to do was to get some points for the team, and it paid off.
Yeah. We came up with the new vote, team of the day. You know, we had to get driver of the day to Blinda because when the rain really started pouring down, he just had some phenomenal pace. But you and Danny both got our team of the day vote.
Love
from
that.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, how were the conditions when the rain started coming down super hard and people actually started transitioning to wets? How was it driving in that one?
Absolutely horrible. The swap was questionable, but it was just like looking at where I was and the penalties people had. It was like even if I pit, I get nothing out of it. It was undrivable. It was like driving a car on ice. Like it was just every turn you'd have to slow down. You know, not double what you normally would have to get around the turn. As soon as I found out that the car in front of me had 12 seconds and the car behind me had 20 seconds worth of penalties, it was like I'm not going to push that hard. Like, but I could have got Blinda, I reckon, if I tried. But it was more of a let's just not spin out and get this P2 and bring some points home.
Yeah. This is definitely going to increase your standings as well. 25 points you're gonna pull up.
Definitely will. I think Ocean Chief got very unlucky with the little incident he had. But obviously that's good for me. And my spell of bad luck's disappeared and we're back on the podium.
Also, one more thing, Neon Rays, when he was behind you on that train at the start, when he spun out, were you relieved as well?
To be fair, I kind of pooed myself because I thought it was going to come back onto the track and kill me. I was expecting like a little Born Wolf flashback from France. But as soon as he spun out, it was just happy days, just see what I can do with Blitter. But yeah, that guy is just, he's quite quick.
Yeah. Well, then again, congrats on the race, and thanks for being forcefully moved into here.
Thanks for the comment, and see you guys later.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya.
So next, let's go down the order. Let's go with Danny here. Danny, do you want an interview? You don't have a choice.
Sure.
I'm
in here, so.
Your race. You were P5 on track, finished P3 in the end. How do you feel about that one?
Happy. Quite the result for the team. I've had quite a string of poor results, and Owen's probably had more success than me through the last few races, kind of carrying the team. So happy to actually finally be on the podium with them again, since like Vietnam was my last time I was on the podium. So that's a good 6-7 races.
Yeah, this is the halfway point of the season, or the next races. So yeah, it's you moved out quite a few places now due to this podium as well. So you go up to P4, I would say, almost in the standings. Yeah, you do. You go up to P4 in the standings, so you might even get the top 3 finish this season, even maybe championship if stuff goes really bad for Owen.
Possibly. Still running away with it though, so
yeah.
Trying to catch him.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this as well as I told it to Owen. You got our team of the day vote, which it's a new vote. Me and Eddie originally.
That's a trademark thing now. Okay.
Yeah, it's when you're undecisive on who the driver of the day is, or when you want to give multiple driver of the days to people, you just put a team of the day vote and hope.
Yeah, and it's also when you don't want to be boring like Sanix and give it to the winner every damn stream.
It's not every stream. But okay, anyways, we're getting a bit off track here, and we got quite a few people to go through. So thanks, Danny, for joining, and congrats on the P3 finish.
No bother.
Yeah. Anyways, let's move Blinda in here. Hello.
Hello.
Firstly, congrats on that race win.
Yeah, thank you.
I know I saw you in chat, so I think you heard that you got a driver of the vote as well, a driver of the day.
Oh no, I didn't actually. But yeah, well, it's always nice to have.
Yeah. So one question: how are you that fast?
Ooh. Well, I don't know. I think just hacks.
Ah, okay, that explains quite a lot. Okay, no, but honestly, Owen, when the rain started pouring, was he was dropping quite away from you, and he said it was undrivable. How did you feel about that one?
Ooh, yeah, well, I got some damage when it wasn't raining. I got the left front wing to the right, but I didn't want to change it, so I put my front wing 2 wings up from 2 to 4 to compensate a bit. And yeah, it was pretty. I guess it was pretty good setup for the rain. Only I was locking up pretty easily because my brakes were just way too high for the dries to the wets. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's basically it. It was, yeah. I mean, Owen did a great job. I mean, when it was dry, I was just pushing so hard because I got already 6 seconds in like 10 laps or something. It was insane. And I was just pushing to get my penalties away, but I just got more penalties because I was pushing that hard. So yeah.
Yeah, also in qualifying, you qualified, I think, P2. You just barely lost out on pole as well, so.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, the conditions, yeah. I really don't like rain races because I'm racing without racing line or any assist basically. So I didn't practice for the braking point. So in the beginning, I don't know where to brake. So I was just going like 100 meters before where the perfect braking point was. But hey, when the rain was more stable, I could push more on the wets.
Yeah, and also your call on going onto the softs there for the first pit stop was obviously the correct one.
Oh yeah, I knew it was going to rain, but I didn't want to go to start on the mediums because yeah, I just didn't know. I thought it was way later the rain, but it came way earlier than I thought. So I just thought, oh, let's go for the softs again. And then because Jeff told me it was like 10 or 5 minutes away, so yeah, it surprised me that Owen didn't go for the soft, to be honest. But also, he did a great job. Only 3 seconds on this track. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah. Well, again, congrats to your race win, and thanks for joining in for the interviews.
Yes, thank you. No problem.
Yeah. Thank you. Enjoy. Um, Next we're moving in here is we've got two more interviews to go through, Eddie. Next we've got Crossfire or Breezy as you might know him from the race. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Your race, you crossed the line in third, but you had quite a few penalties.
Yeah, some of them were not really deserved, I feel like. Two, I think, was because of an accident. I was just trying to avoid someone crashing. And then I went off track to not crash into them. And then at the end, I was fighting with, well, not really trying to fight, but I was closing up to Owen. And I was like, oh no, I'm going to lose so much time now fighting with him. And then I think it was Danny behind me who had like 15 seconds, but he also had a penalty. Like he only had 3. So I was like, I gotta not lose too much time here with Owen. But then he made a mistake, and that was, I think, my race there. I would have been P3 if he didn't make that mistake, because I tried to not avoid him. And yeah, that lost me a little bit because I literally finished like 8 tenths, I think, behind him,
Yeah.
behind Danny, and then yeah, that was that right there. I lost it. Maybe a bit later. I was like when it was like raining really hard, I was just going like way too late on the brakes, and I was just going wide. Maybe that too, but yeah, I mean, I probably couldn't have gotten any closer to Owen because I was having a lot of dirty air. Even in the rain, it like affects you, I feel like.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was just very unfortunate. But I mean, I'm reserved, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah,
Um.
good race, I feel like.
Yeah. So I asked everyone this so far. When the rain started pouring down, how did you feel on track?
Well, it was it was really bad for me because I was on I don't know how many lap old mediums because I went for the medium start. So I started with mediums and I was gonna go for the softs, but I remember maybe I can pull something off here with with the inters, just stay out on the mediums and then just go into the pits, which worked. I came out in third, I think, or second.
Yeah, it was one of those two.
Yeah, and well then Owen. No, I think it was third because Owen was already ahead of me. And then I just tried to come closer to Owen, but we were just literally on the same exact pace, so I couldn't get any closer. So yeah.
What about when the rain really picked up then later on in that intermediate stint?
Yeah, the intermediates at the end they felt really bad. I was just outbraking myself, just going off the track, and well, not off the track, but off the line. And in the first corner, when you went off the track on the left, it literally felt like you had more grip off the track than on the track. And yeah, it was weird. Really hard conditions.
Well, anyways, it was a great effort. Almost got P3. Barely lost it due to
Yeah, and
penalties.
without any practice, so
Yeah.
that's
A
nice.
good result nonetheless then. Could have been better, but
Yeah,
could have also been a lot worse. So
yeah. I feel like getting penalties is all down to trying like races on the track, like trying to do consistent laps and over, and just not trying to go off track. That comes with practice, and I just didn't do that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Same with
'Cause
the
Huh?
pit entry penalty that you got.
oh yeah, I didn't even know why I got it. Like, cause I was literally like maybe 1 kilometer an hour too fast, but I think it shouldn't give you one for that.
Well, it's Codemasters, so
Yeah, they should have it like in real life where there's like a little delta time or delta speed, I guess. Or there's like a little window that you can be over, and then if you slow down enough afterwards, it's valid, so you don't get a penalty. But Codemasters just
maybe in 3 years.
yeah.
We'll see.
But yeah, I'm happy with my result.
yeah, and congrats again, and thanks for joining in for
Yeah,
the
thank you.
interviews.
No problem.
And see you again next time.
Yep.
Okay. And we've got one more person to go here. We got Ocean Chief, Series EGL veteran here.
Are you calling me old?
No, I'm calling you experienced.
You're ageist.
No, no. Look, yeah, look. Let's restart here, right? Anyways, how was your race?
Yeah, it was alright. It was alright. It was just mediocre from my point of view. I mean, I didn't have much pace. Didn't practice much. The usual excuses. And then the rain came, and I did some practice in the rain and TT, and thought it would be okay. But I think it was the last 5 laps where the Jeff was coming on. He was saying wet's the right tire to be on right now, and I was like, I'll stay out. It'll be fine. There's only a few laps left. And those last few laps were treacherous. The guys on the wets, I think they had like 10 seconds plus delta on me per lap. So yeah, I just was nursing the car home in the final stint there to get P7. Out of 13 drivers isn't really that good, but at least I got some points, I guess.
Also, yeah, there Kimmy went on to you on the last lap to try to on the last few corners actually as well.
Yeah, I mean, I know it was nothing really. I do find it a wee bit annoying whenever people are so impatient, you know. Like he just topped me going around the final corner, but it's just like, come on, you know.
Yeah. Well,
Uh, yeah, and I'll moan like me and Ice. If you watch my stream, we're kind of moaning a wee bit about these guys who are using assists. Uh, I guess like I do it to myself because like I'm no assist. I could turn on assist if I wanted to, but like in the rain, it's a major advantage. And like on this track, you really notice it. Like in certain corners, like the heavy brake instance, like I'll be managing my brake, trying not to lock up, all this kind of stuff, while some guy just yeets it into the corner. Just can brake at the very last opportunity, and every time just nails the corner every time. Whereas I'm just trying to get that precise with the pedals, and it can be a bit frustrating whenever you just see someone send it on you, and you just have to move out of the way. But it is what it is, I guess.
well, yeah, sorry.
Yes, I was just going to say well done to Blindevink for the win. I think he won, and Owen P2 was it?
Yeah, and Danny P3.
Yeah, Danny P3. So yeah, good job to those guys. I mean, they seem to be in a race of their own today. So apologies that I wasn't able to show some of my French or Monacan. Is that a word?
Monegasque?
Monegasque, yes.
Monegasco pace
Yeah.
today, but yeah, I shall return next week. I don't know. Oh, Silverstone next week. I like Silverstone. Yeah.
A race win
So
again in Silverstone? Easy?
I don't know about race win because like everybody seems to like Silverstone as a thing. So I do really like it though. So I expect top 5 hopefully at least.
Oh boy, that's another DRS train track that we're gonna see then. In that case,
You know, you said
Yeah.
you don't use assists, so maybe this is gonna make you a bit happier because Blinda, who won the race, also doesn't use assists. So
Actually, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I didn't know that. So fair play to him. Like especially in those kind of conditions, that is it's tricky. It's tricky. It is. Um, you get the guys with the rainbow line, and it's like in the rain, it just tells them exactly what to do, and it's like they're just there pushing buttons like a monkey.
yeah, Eddie,
Whereas
you see, maybe it's time for you to turn off your line, Eddie.
what? What line? Who? Where?
You see,
no,
I
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
you know, me and Eddie, we know each other for a while. We bought the game. I was like, F1 2020, I'll turn off my line. Eddie said the same thing. I started, I raged at the start, turned on my line, and then I turned it back on. Well, Eddie just he couldn't stick to it.
I just decided to be a traitor and say that I don't have time to practice.
I don't have time to practice either.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it does take time to learn the new assist or whatever. The line is the big one, but yeah, I mean it's tier 3, so I mean, or tier 2. Like tier 1 is new assist, so like I've nothing really to complain about really. It's just one of those excuses I can roll out, make myself feel better after a race like that, where I'm like, yeah, but those guys use assist, but as you pointed out, Blundeving does not use assist, so that argument is pretty void. Then I'm just rubbish. It seems.
No,
Look at
you're
that
not
and
you're
stuff.
not rubbish. It's all about how someone adapts to the rain as well. So
Yeah.
and quality as well. The race was a big DRS train, so yeah. Well, again,
Yeah.
P7, some points.
Yeah, I love Austria. I really do like the track, and it's like one of those ones where it's like really you can really dial into it. And I think a lot of laps definitely would have helped for this one, but I just didn't have time for this week, so it is what it is. But yeah, thanks anyway for the interview. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for
Yeah,
joining
thanks
us.
for joining us.
And
All right, lads.
congrats on the
All the best.
P7.
Cheers. Cheers.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. On that note, Eddie, is this it? This is it.
I think this is it.
This is it. Thanks for everyone in chat. Icewind saying if Blinda doesn't use assist, it's a one-way trip to tier 1. Tell that to him then. Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. As Ocean said, next week at Silverstone. A longer track than Austria for sure. What are lap times? 125s? Something like that?
Probably faster than that.
Yeah, well, one of those. And this week we've got SLR in Austria. Tomorrow tier 4 all the way down to tier 1 on Saturday, and then Sunday we got 2 SRL tier 2 and tier 1. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you again next time.
See you.